the last election in 2019, I was in a television studio with Rylan and Piers Corbyn, that's Jeremy Corbyn's brother, Rory Stewart, who's charming, and Boris Johnson's father, who's also charming, incidentally, and his sister, who's not remotely. And I think I even knew her briefly in Oxford. She wasn't charming then either. And it beggars belief that Nadine Dorries is still acting as Boris's warm-up man. We thought Boris had been put out to graze. We thought that he was locked up somewhere. But no, he's preparing his comeback. Swinging all over the place. Boris is back. The Johnson is out. And ready to do business, ready to charge for the number 10 and to get back into the seat of power. Well, that very small group of members of the Conservative Party, it's a very small group. It's not democratic. It's people who paid their £25 fee, wherever they may be. They may be all ready to vote Boris back into power, but the Parliamentary Conservative Party, they are democratically elected, voted him out. Very, very firmly, they voted him out of office. And that's what ushered in all this chaos. And more than that, he's still under suspicion of having lied intentionally to Parliament. I don't see that he can remotely make a comeback, or indeed morally that he should. But it hasn't stopped Nadine Dorries from commanding the airways, from grabbing a little bit more time from the BBC that presumably she like her erstwhile successor, are determined to close down. Nadine Dorries, James Duttridge, Michael Fabricant, he of the hair. Duttridge, hoping you enjoyed your holiday. Time to come back. Time to come back. Few issues that need addressing. Paul Bristow, Brendan Clark Smith. They're just the ones to come out publicly. There are plenty of others who think that because Boris is popular with the membership of the party, he should be brought back in to save the day, but Boris is soiled goods. Boris is not the solution. And Theresa May, from her position of authority, says that it's time for the party to compromise and find an immediate solution. Yes, she's right, actually. She's absolutely right. Would that she had given herself that advice. But it is time to sort things out. And I think the leadership of the Conservative Party should be having a quiet word with Nadine Dorries and with the twits that surround her. It's time to silence this nonsense and to get the grown-ups into power to sort out the mess that was created by twits and by people who are too vocal, and they don't have, there seems to be no pause between the point at which an idea hits them and when it comes out of their mouth. There's no period for them to digest that idea and consider whether or not it's a responsible idea, or whether it's some sort of impulse. There's been too much politicking on impulse and ideology and idiocy. The word idiot, instead, is a very good word. In its original Greek, it simply means individual. Idiocy. It's time to come together as a community. We need less idiots and more cohesion. And not only as a community of conservatives, a community of those with political responsibility That goes across the political divides. It's time to bury the hatchet and just repair the excessive damage to our country that has been done by twits, by idiots, by people who are not acting in the interests of the community, by people who have tried to stand up and stand alone, and who expect everyone to be grateful to them, who cannot take proper responsibility. Even today, in her resignation, Liz Truss was trying her hardest to sound as if it's us, it's we, who have not understood her. We are at fault. We are at fault. No, she is fouled up from the day she took office, and indeed, it was predictable.